Hi, welcome to Spice Babes. We're calling it Spice Babes today. Is that okay? Yeah. Welcome to Spice Boys. We are filming in a live studio audience with our creative team. Let's hear the creative team. Again, nervous. I am. Nothing makes me nervous. This makes me nervous.
Almost nothing makes me nervous, but this is one of those things.
It really is. I don't know how graphic we can be because it is a student's channel, but last time I did this, I literally contemplated what the jail sentence would be of pooping on the side of the road because I said it, nobody laughed, I'm in business. So we're here, we're super excited, we're gonna do a talk specific, we're just gonna move forward and pretend like this isn't happening.
Right.
So we're gonna have a conversation on creativity and the whole shebang. Want to introduce yourself for all of our Spice Boy viewers?
Yeah, I'm Chubby Spice.
Yeah, I was literally gonna ask, but do you have a name? Do you have a name for it? It's good. Yeah,
I'm Chubby Spice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good. What do you do here?
I'm
At
Dan
Southwest.
Green. Yeah, I'm production director at. Yeah, I'm so nervous right now.
I know. It is nerve wracking. You pour it and your nose hairs tingle.
I'll tell you why I'm nervous since you asked.
Thank you. Hey Dan, why are you nervous?
Yeah.
Are you actually a Dodger fan?
No.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Los Angeles.
Okay. LA is cool. Yeah.
It looks better than the SD on the hat. So,
They still have a baseball team?
San Diego?
I never did. Yeah,
No.
I forgot. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
High school.
Irrelevant. Yeah, they're Padres are horrible.
I don't know if I'm down for something that's called mustard gas, and I'm lactose intolerant. So
Nice.
this should be-
Yeah. The funny thing is the mustard
be
gas
good.
is the least spicy out of all the spicy
Okay,
ones.
good. We'll start
So we
there.
measure everything Scoville, right? What is the jump? We go from 3,000 to 90,000. So there is literally no
Yeah.
progression.
That's like about 3 times. As
Well,
much.
it's church budget is the problem. Is we had a church budget, and so I couldn't buy the in-between hot sauces. We have like not spicy, which we found at the church. That's why it's like, yeah, whatever. Okay, so should we just
Should
kick
ask
off?
Productions. I would have gladly.
Chipped in for some of the medium ones. No, we just go straight. This one ends 7:25, so we're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
It's good. You're not gonna want to eat for a couple days. Okay, so we're gonna kick it off. Our first wing. Should we go for
All right.
it? Spice Boys.
Yeah, cheers.
This one is buffalo sauce. I think it's only. I have my listing back here. It is $7.50. So 750 Scoville units. It's your typical buffalo sauce. I'd like you to pick out the notes that you taste
yeah,
when
good.
you're tasting it.
Yeah.
So
Slightly oaky.
it's an there's an oaky afterbirth.
Wait, are we eating like the whole thing? What did you say?
What? Interesting. All right, let's go for it.
Are we eating the whole thing?
Well, I don't.
Or just a
I
bite?
don't like
Just
the.
enough
I
to
don't
get
like
on your
wings.
lips
I'm
to
not
burn?
gonna lie. I like legs. I don't like wings. So
Yeah.
I probably won't eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Let's go. First question, Dan. You are.
timing.
This is good.
Yeah.
You are older than 20, less than 80. So you've had some life experience. How did you end up here at Southwest Church doing creative stuff?
This is really hot. I'm just kidding.
How do you even freaking eat this?
How did I end up at Southwest Church? We moved about a block away, and we're like, we need to find a church. And we're like, well, there's a huge one right there. Let's see what happens there. Coincidentally, we've never been in small churches. I mean, big churches. And we were kind of not that into it. Oh, you're just a number. You're another head in the building. And
Yeah.
But look at me now. No. We came, had an awesome experience, and never left.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
When was that?
About 4 years ago.
Okay, 4 years. Have you always done creative type things
My whole life.
your whole life?
It started, my dad was a dentist. So it's pretty creative.
Creative with teeth.
Yeah. He made dentures.
Did he really? I'm trying to get
No,
some
he did,
veneers,
but-
I'm not going to lie.
Smile? I'm just kidding.
I have a gap right here. Did he fill it?
No. He can't. He's no longer with us, but so he can't.
I knew that
But-
was coming. I know. I shouldn't have said so. I shouldn't have said it. Oh, my
Instant
gosh.
regret.
I know. Yeah, we're off to a good start. 5 minutes in, holy cow.
But back in the day,
Back in the day.
I'm a little older than you. One of the operatories that he had for doing dental work, he converted to a darkroom to
Really?
develop pictures.
You said, that I saw some confused faces. Operatory.
Operatory.
What is operatory? They look confused.
A room in which you do operations?
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The two Grey's Anatomy fans are like, I knew that. I've seen Grey's Anatomy times.
I don't think they call it Grey's Anatomy. It's just Grey's.
Grey's?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I see Grey's Anatomy like an idiot. So, okay, so we're going to go on next wing. The first one was Buffalo. This
Yeah.
is Sriracha. Sriracha is about 2,200 Scoville units. Again, I have a second wing because they're disgusting.
Yeah. They don't like you.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm not complaining. They're delicious wings. I don't even know how to eat it. My question for
You
you.
want some of mine?
No, it's okay. The second question is.
Am I supposed to wait for you to ask the question before I?
No, do
Okay,
the thing.
yeah,
We're just gonna have a nice little conversation.
Good.
I'm trying to figure out how to word this without offending anybody. Is when if I were to say a creative, like you specify a person, a creative.
Yeah.
I feel like an image pops in your head, right?
Yeah.
There is a certain type of person who you think of when you're like a creative, and it always comes to my mind Isaiah Hubbard, who is he's legit. He is a creative mind. When I think of creative, he is who I think of, right? You, on the other hand, are a super creative individual, but you are not the person. I wouldn't put like, you don't even paint your nails. You don't really wear skinny jeans. Like,
Not my fingernails.
I've never even seen you cry publicly. So I feel like those are typically, you know what I mean? You say creative and you think of these things like never mind. But like for you, do you feel like sometimes even with creative, that can get put into a box?
Absolutely. I went to school for business. I've been in business my whole life, and this is my first creative job. So you nailed it.
So,
You can have the rest of mine.
what the heck? What is this? It's like a stupid little surprise bone in there. That's the worst.
I saw Alex. He was able to clean that sucker up with one.
I don't know how he did.
What was that move?
I don't know. That's just I like that. I'm on
was like-
all legs now. I'm excited.
Wings eating.
He did. He did, and he preached a sermon after Black Widow or whatever it's called. There is no comprehension of what happens, and he still was able to give a sermon. I'm just trying to like get through it at that point.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I won't be preaching tonight.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, so for you, you did business for like a super long time. How do you balance being a creative individual while also working normal quote unquote 9-to-5 job? Let's go next one, which is Tapatio 3000.
All right.
Love Tapatio. Valentine is better though. So.
I like to mix. I like to mix them.
But sometimes if I do that, I like sniff afterwards for like 6 hours. Does that happen to you too?
All Dodger fans.
All Dodger fans. Have you ever noticed how Dodger fans never lose? They're just cheated by the other team.
Yeah.
Dude, it drives me crazy.
They always have an excuse. Man, it's bad.
Literally, it's like they lose and they're like, well, they were cheating. They were deflating the baseballs. And you're like,
Yeah.
that can't, what? That's not even a thing. It's ridiculous.
We had a rough night last night. We weren't able to.
Yeah, it's never like, oh, we just sucked. It was no. All these excuses. It was snowing. What? No. Okay, 9-to-5. It's a fact, dudes. 9-to-5.
That's a tough question because although I've been in the 9-to-5 realm, I've never worked 9-to-5. Like my brain doesn't stop. So I think that part of being a creative, like you don't get to turn your creative part off when you go home.
Dude, I don't eat wings. I eat boneless wings.
Chicken nuggets.
You have chicken nuggets.
Dude, straight up. We go to Wingstop and I'm like, I don't want to touch it. Like I use a fork, right? Straight up use a fork.
You and Chelsea. Chicken
Dude,
nuggets.
no. No, dude. That's hilarious. How do you freaking eat them?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't get to turn off like the creative part of my
Yeah,
my
for
brain.
sure.
So that's where that creative side comes in. But so balancing with the 9-to-5, that's just like a time for me to be in a space where I have tools. Otherwise, it's all
100%.
you know what I mean.
How do you stay? Where do you think inspiration comes for creativity? I feel like it's kind of a broad question, but for you personally, where does inspiration come from in the creative aspect of things?
I think it's like to sense of imagination, like to think of something that you're not typically in. So for me, I want to create a space. I want to create something that is a departure from what I normally do. So
Yeah.
I think that drives all of my creativity.
So when you're doing a job that is creative, then how do you bridge that gap?
And still get it done.
Yeah, no,
Creatives are
100%.
typically like, oh, I've got such good ideas.
Well, and that's one of the things I do appreciate about you. I'm not just saying this on film. Is you're a dreamer and a doer. Because I always I don't want to misquote him. Erwin McManus talked about we were talking about him the other day, but he talked about like anybody who says they're not like a details person has never actually done anything in their life.
right.
And I was like, that's such a good point because so many people are like, there's a light there. so many people go like, oh, I'm a dreamer, I'm not a details person. And you're like, well, to an extent, you have to be a details person. If you're creative, I feel like you have to be a details person.
Well, you don't actually get to create until you get to do. So, and you can't do until you figure out all the pieces that it's going to take to finish it.
Yeah.
So, and I've kind of backed my way into the creative space because I've always been business, like get the job done, management, that whole thing. So I have to, my whole career has been based on making sure that all of the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. So for me to go backwards into it is, I already have that and that repetition, and that's the only thing that's going to create something cool is 100%. To know how to do it over and over again so that that's second nature. And so then you can apply the creative part of it and go, okay, now I know how to get there. Now let's make it cool.
Huge.
You know?
One of the things, and maybe this is more personal other than anybody else, is as, I don't even know if I'll put it as my identity as quote unquote a creative person. I like doing things myself. Like if I have an idea, I want to be, a lot of the times, selfishly, whatever you want to look at it, I want to be the one who makes that, bring that to fruition, right? Like I had this idea, like I'm going to work my butt off, I'm going to get it done. But being in the position even that you're in, you don't get to be the person who always gets to flesh out your own ideas. You almost have to pass that to people. How do you balance that? Being a creative, but also having to manage people and say, hey, I'm going to give you this, run with it. While you answer it, we're going to move up to the No Survivor, Black Widow, 90,000 Scoville units.
Oh, this is where the jump is, right? So this is
a no warning jump.
300 times hotter than the top of two.
It's horrible. This is where it's going to get hard to think. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, I'm up for the challenge. Are you? I'm gonna let you go first. I want to see how much of this you actually.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
My thing is, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. You just go for it. I know.
That was stupid.
At least it tastes good. Yeah. One of these things doesn't even taste good. It just hurts. You're smart. Save some of these so you can eat them later and help out.
Man, that was dumb.
Get ready. Get ready. Yep. Reminder.
Oh, let's see if this works.
90,725. So it gets painful.
This doesn't help at all.
I literally, I don't believe it. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. It helps.
I don't know if I believe
keep
it.
drinking and it'll get better.
But don't do it now. So you gotta wait.
We should talk more and eat less.
Oh, we're out of time. We can't finish the last three. No. Whew.
There's 4.
4 more. Oh yeah, there's 4 more. My bad. This one doesn't count. The last one just transcends spicy.
It's amazing how you sweat instantly.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm a naturally sweaty person though, so.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Because this whole time I haven't been.
It's good. It's good. You know what you could do? You could call in a little pinch hit. Kylie could come eat one.
No. I read up, knowing that I was gonna do this. I'm like, all right, I gotta get on the phone and see. What do you do in preparation for it?
Yeah.
Nothing was true because I did it all. And
what did you do to prep for this?
Oh, you can't say it.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, really?
I didn't do that. I did have oats.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Overnight oats or just normal oats?
I don't know what overnight oats are.
Big fan of overnight oats. Big fan.
Okay. They weren't that.
I heard coffee helps with everything.
Oh, that can't help. Oh man. So we've been given 20 minutes to do this. I see that there's 6 minutes left.
We can go a little bit over. That's okay. Hey, no. We go till it's finished. As long as there's good content, I feel like we're in it, you know. So back to the question.
What was I saying?
Well, I think we're going back to the question. Is how do you bridge the gap between coming up with ideas, but also giving those ideas to people to finish them for you?
Yeah, that's my biggest struggle.
Is that not the struggle of every creative though? Any creative in a manager position?
I guess it is. Yeah, any creative. If you think of somebody that's writing a song, like you have to get that song out before somebody else can take it over. And for me, like the confidence that I have in my team is the only thing that gets me through that. Because knowing that I can give a picture of an inspiration and say, this is what we want to do, add this, add that, and then just like hand it off, and then all of a sudden it's built because they're technical, because they're smart.
It's huge.
That's the only thing that saves it, and it's the only thing that makes it possible. Other than that, my tongue is numb.
You're holding it together though pretty well.
Yeah, I think I've lost my sense of taste. Is that a COVID?
It'll be way easier. Yeah, I know. We have been screened. We pre-tested before this. Twice, yeah. And we'll test again after this.
How are you feeling? Are you just playing it off like it's not
I'm good. I'm
touching
actually
you?
good. You know what's super funny is the past several we've kind of just gone and like boom, 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 and they've just like they've hit real heavy. So to have a breather, I feel good.
That was the jump. So that was 300?
That was 90,000.
No, the first one was 300?
3,000.
Oh, 3,000.
3,000 to 90,000.
To 90. That's quite a jump. Does it jump that much going forward?
Next one's 125. What do you say we move to the mustard gas?
Oh yeah, that's
Do
the
you
one I've
like
been
mustard?
waiting for.
Do you like mustard? This one literally is not even that spicy. This is the least spicy out of all of them in my
What if you drink
opinion.
milk first?
You just hold it in there and like. Yeah, I want to do it the Alex way. Just can you just? I'm not gonna do that on TV.
What I was saying is
eat the whole thing. Dude, it's just like
one of the
it's
things.
so weird.
One of the things I was reading was
Yeah.
to pick it off the bone and put it in your mouth so it doesn't hit your lips.
Oh my! You researched it, dude. You got to go for it, dude. Sauce on the tongue.
This is so stupid. Ooh, it got on my lip. Well, that tastes better.
Dude, I get surprised bones every. I don't know how to eat wings, man.
Taking out the spicy part.
Yeah, I'm just coughing the spice back up. That one's not as bad, huh?
It tastes better. Doesn't feel better.
Really? I think that one's not spicy. Yeah.
Is that an angel or Logan?
He is an
Logan.
angel. He is an angel, though.
Same.
He is. Look at him.
Same. It's a little bit redundant.
Here's my pack, Dad. Oh, this is for Dan.
Oh, mine
There you go.
again? We just changed it.
I know, it is what it is.
Only
Okay,
we
so
had
question
someone
for you.
technical to do this.
I'm not gonna lie, that one frazzled my brain only a slight amount. Holy cow. All right, there's a burn now. There's a burn. That's good. Okay, so you have a team, you have trust in your people, which is super huge. Do you ever get to do your own projects? Or do you feel like you're always having to offload them to someone else to do?
Was this a test to see if I could do this under pressure?
Yeah,
with
100%.
So
Yeah,
it
it's
had
like
nothing to do
disarming
with the
a bomb.
battery.
No,
it
no,
was
no.
only that. Okay. Because I almost lost. What was the question?
Do you do you ever get to do your own projects, or do you feel like you're always dreaming and offloading?
No, see, that's the problem with me is that
I'm gonna do a double question. If That's
Okay.
okay. Also, how do you get inspiration when somebody else? Because you still have somebody over you.
Yeah.
How do you get inspiration when somebody mandates something to do to you? When you're told, "I need you to do this," and you're like, number one, and I'm not saying this has even happened to you, but I have a better idea. Or two, I just don't want to. I don't want to get behind it, but you have to. You know what I mean?
yeah, first rule is stay in your lane.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
So because I have a direct report and a direct report over that and a direct report over that,
Yeah.
I know
And then
that
that direct report answers to me.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
right.
That was a joke. Nobody ever laughs at anything I say. It's
yeah. Well, it's not funny, but
that's my
so-
sister.
You're so funny.
Thank you guys. Come on, positive affirmation.
So to know that I was hired to do something, and I was given a direct report to take direction from. I know that I can't lead well until I'm led well.
That's good.
And so
No
I
one
also
said
know
anything. That was so good. No one said anything to that. That was fantastic.
it wasn't funny either.
Yeah.
So I do know that that there's things that go on behind the scenes that
Yeah.
even I don't know about, and my objective is to accomplish the mission given to me in the most creative way that I can do within my license.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
And partially probably you have to earn trust
That's
too
right.
for other people, right? I don't
right.
think people are super easy. They're not super easy to trust. So I think you have to prove yourself sometimes.
Absolutely.
Which I think is, in my humble opinion, is fun. I think it's kind of fun to have that a bit of that challenge to say, hey, I got to earn the respect of somebody else.
Right.
I have to show them I can do what I can do.
And surround yourself with people that are smarter than you.
Huge.
If you're the smartest one in the room, you're losing.
Don't go too far with that though, because we're about to. Hey, stop! We're doing
Okay.
this. Our leadership lesson tonight, so I don't want you to steal
Okay.
what I stole from somebody else.
Okay.
Speaking of stealing, this one's
Like you
135.
guys do with all your sets and everything.
Oh my gosh!
Haters gonna hate.
We're not going to talk about this on social media or public. This is going to
I'm
get weird.
surrounded.
Okay, this one's 135.
Oh, good.
This one, I'm going to forewarn you. This one tastes disgusting. This one tastes like ashes, but it hurts so good. Okay, 135. Ready for it?
Yeah.
Jesus, I love you. I'm sorry. Next question.
You didn't even need it.
Next question. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to go for it. Okay, in the Christian realm.
We just jumped in the pool holding hands, and you didn't go in.
Oh no! I usually jump in
You're that
solo,
version.
or I don't get in at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it gross?
Oh, it
It
tastes
hurts real
horrible.
bad too. So in the world of,
I'm not going to lie, I swallowed that one whole.
did you really?
No.
Just get past the bone and everything. Just, in the world of creative stuff, especially with like in Christian cultures, I feel like everybody just takes everybody's ideas to an
Yes.
extent, right? It's just, and again, like I think there is a line of, and we even talked about this. There's however many notes there is on a keyboard.
Sure.
I work with the same notes that Harry Styles works with, but Harry Styles is so much better.
Better
You
looking.
Insert. Okay, we have the same shoes. Yeah. Wow. Wow. But we work at the same notes, right?
I'm sorry, I finished the wrong sentence. So much better what?
So he makes so much better music than I do.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he is a better singer. He's a better
Excuse me.
songwriter. All those things. But we work at
Yeah.
the same thing. So you're still technically there's a finite number of things that you could write.
That's right.
How do you stay creative but also get inspiration from other people's work without just jacking it and saying it's mine?
Well, typically speaking, you get your inspiration from somebody that has more resources than you do because they've done it 1st. And they've, and so a lot of, in the church world, it's like you've got your mosaics, your elevation, your transformation church. You got all these that you're looking at. And their budgets are like just a small tinge higher than ours.
A little bit.
A little bit bigger. And so you really have to, it's getting rough.
I know that one's not okay.
You have to take that inspiration and figure out how to
I
do
feel like I
it.
ate an ashtray with a ghost pepper in it. That's disgusting.
Is that what that is ghost pepper?
I don't even know. This one's fantastic.
To be honest
This is
with you,
habanero.
I haven't, I think I'm spitting.
Habanero and Chipotle. Dude, I've spit a
haven't-
couple times because I'm like losing motor function in my mouth.
I haven't smelled things
Motor function?
this well
not
in
it.
a long time.
Literally, it'll clear out, but it's gonna change because it's gonna start. Holy God, it's getting worse.
You should try the milk.
I'm gonna save it for the very
You
end.
don't put water on an oil fire.
That's a myth. I'm just kidding. Continue before I rudely interrupted. Yeah. No, I'm fine.
Oh no. So if you're gonna steal inspiration,
I'm not fine.
which I don't say it's stealing, but if you're gonna take inspiration from somebody and you don't have their budget, you have to be creative in how you get to the point B using what you have
Yeah.
and the resources. So doing that is gonna change the end result,
Yeah.
but it'll also allow you to like really dig deep on how to
Yeah.
accomplish that.
When it's
This is stupid.
and it's almost like adapting to your culture, though, right? Like even in with
Yeah.
that is adapting to the culture of the budget, but adapting to the culture of like where you live.
Yep.
I think one of the things I've been trying to think through even is that it's really hot, but
It does creep up on you a little
I don't know
bit.
why it's getting so much worse. I was fine. Give me 1 second, a little quick swig.
My face red?
Holy cow. But I think inspiration, even if you're going to borrow an idea, has to happen internally. Like, I think if you just take something and like plug and play, it's not actually creative. It's all
Yeah, it's a carbon copy.
it's all carbon copy. There has to be an inward inspiration that happens, and that's why I think like
right.
I would argue that inspiration always has to happen internally. You can be
it has
like
to happen also.
happen.
You almost
really
forgot the H.
I know. It has to happen. But it has to happen internally. Even if you're inspired externally, there has to be
Yeah.
something that happens here
Yeah.
that makes me, right?
That's right.
Would you agree with that? Why and why not?
Easy for you to say.
It hasn't been.
No.
Why is
Not
it
so much.
spicy?
It's you know, it's funny too because so we reach so many people outside of the Coachella Valley.
Yeah.
And so I like what you say about culturally, it has to be that. But in order to make it palatable for, say that,
Palatable.
yeah, for people outside of the
Yeah.
Coachella Valley, Canada, all the places that we reach, you have to make it generalized enough for them.
Yeah.
And so that's creative in its own right.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one. I got a question because I have to I want to fight that a little bit. 357 is the next one. This is Mad Dog 357. This one tastes like mango chutney.
How can you tell? I couldn't tell you what
It
the
came
last
to me.
five
Dude, I
tasted
ate
like.
one and I saw Jesus and he said this tastes like mango chutney.
Okay.
Okay, ready for my rebuttal and my question for you. How do you, my belief is no one should remain where they are.
Yes.
No one should say, I'm happy here, I always need to move forward. And so even when I come up with things, I want to challenge people's preconceived notions about something. And even if they're not comfortable with it, I want to say, let me change the way that you think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense? How do you do that in a corporate context of a place like Southwest that is trying to reach, Josie, how old are you again? 14 with a Robert Pattinson shirt on, but also my grandma who is 80 something years old,
Man, I love
and
her.
she's the best, but they're very different people, right? Like how do you challenge the way people think to help them grow? It's not challenging to challenge, it's challenging with a positive outcome. How do you challenge people well to grow while also trying to reach a vast majority of different people? 357
Okay, I'll
in
eat
the
that
name of the
first.
Lord.
It'll
Oh,
give me-
God. Oh, it touched everything in my mouth. And another bone. Mango chutney. Ah! Only my left nose is running.
You only have one nose.
Dude, why is my left nostril running? That is so horrific.
Can I tell you how much joy it brings me on a Wednesday at 1 p.m. to see your grandmother log on to our staff meetings? Like, it's never smooth.
No. And she forgets
Mic
that
is
her volume's
always on.
on, and somebody says something, and she's like, golly darn it.
Mic-
And you're like, yo, you're
The
unmuted.
mic is always open.
Yeah, 10 out
And
of 10.
even if it's just rustling papers, we know Anne's on the
Oh,
phone.
yeah.
It's awesome. I love her. So, how do we get, what was the question?
How do you challenge people's preconceived notions
Yeah.
creatively and help bring them to a new place?
Yes. So, like you said, being stagnant is like the death of creativity.
Huge.
And so, even before photography or before, and really like, I went to school in San Diego. My roommate and I.
Can't stand San Diego. No
Yeah.
offense to anybody from San Diego
It's fine.
watching it.
They don't stand you either. So
They really don't.
his thing was like, we got to go surfing every day.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down. Let's go surf every day. Well, about 3 months into it, I just was terrible at it. And so I'm like, all right, you go surf every day,
I'll watch.
and I'll take video of it.
Yeah.
And so that's like, I almost drooled. That was like the genesis of it. But then it went into like more of a graphic design type creative place for me. And in design, you can figure out, or you start to figure out that like 6 months into creating things, everything looks the same. Checho, he has a look for what he does in design. Aaron's got a design look, like
Yeah. I like neon lights.
yeah,
Oh, we know.
You hate me.
and low front light.
That's Tyler's
That's
look.
Tyler.
I like dogs and neon signs. I'm like a 14-year-old white girl.
But I also
No
learned
offense. Also in my Air Force Ones. Hey!
Hadley feels attacked.
I haven't always done like really cool jobs. Some of the jobs that I've had was like labor on a construction site. And if you go into a construction site and act like you know how to frame a house,
Yeah.
people die.
Yeah.
So you have to be.
Was that a jab at the way we build walls? How dare you?
It did fall.
Our
down,
walls
I
did
think.
fall though.
No one died.
But
Yeah.
So if
Well, we haven't
if,
seen Jake in a while. Hopefully he's okay.
if your framing contractor comes to you and goes, "You can't do that," and you go, "You're not the boss of me. I know how to build a wall." Mm-hmm. People die. Mm-hmm. So you have to be a sponge. You have to be
Yeah.
open to that. And so knowing that has helped me lead well in that.
Yeah.
And knowing how people can soften up.
That's good. That's good.
I can barely talk.
No, I know it's bad. Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more question and hit the last one. Ready?
No.
This one's horrible. This is 725. I'm gonna pour more.
What was that?
That was 375.
Oh, okay. Doubling it? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna pour another thing of milk. Do you want my milk?
You drink mine too?
No, nice try. Here, do you want this?
Just a little bit.
Want to top off?
This is going to be odd. Okay, that's good.
Wait, what Enneagram number are you, by the way?
I don't know.
You haven't ever taken it? I'm always curious.
I think a 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I admire how chill you are as a human being. I do.
A what?
Chill. He is as a human being. You're
Yeah,
very
pretty laid
like,
back.
when one of, we're named nameless, persons in this room flooded part of the church parking lot, you were just like, you were calm about it. Or
Does
the
it
field.
rhyme with?
Well, you filmed it and watched it, so.
That was so fun.
Dude, straight up, somebody broke a pipe, and he filmed the pipe. Like, he filmed the lot flowing. I can't talk right now. Can somebody else
Who was the
sub
somebody?
in?
So
it was you, it
there-
wasn't me.
Oh, what?
They were having problems with the hose, and they figured that because the water wasn't coming out of the hose, you just tighten it harder
Yeah.
instead of digging.
Righty
the,
tighty, lefty loosey.
instead
Come
of
on.
taking the
It's
rocks,
grade school, people.
there was rocks in the pipe that were
How am I
was
supposed to know
blocking
that?
it,
How is that person supposed to know that?
and so you just tighten it even more. And
I
then-
will have you know, one time an audio driver didn't work and I slapped it. You remember that, G?
I
G
was
was
there.
recording. It
I
wouldn't
was
work.
there.
Dude, I went boom and slammed it. Started working. So
really?
in, yeah.
Wow.
Dan, is that the same one you replaced 2 weeks ago?
No. Wait, Tyler usually has a microphone because he likes to be a little peanut gallery back there. He'd be like, I have a comment to make. But Riley and McKenna did this and he was this the whole time. He just
Like
couldn't.
from The Office.
He was speechless. He had nothing he could
comments
say.
for us.
Yeah.
I forgot my microphone.
That's right.
Okay, ready? Last one. 725 in the name of Jesus.
Does your shirt say "Keep your distance"?
Yeah.
What's it say on the back?
Thank you for staying away.
Thank you for staying away.
I bought it pre-COVID, so.
Oh.
This one? That wasn't spicy.
Didn't feel spicy at all.
It didn't at all. I think it's
That
what
was
sneaks
0.
up though.
I think you guys.
Tongues are numb.
Yeah.
I think you guys flipped.
I think it's gonna come back though.
I
This
feel
is
like
the one?
I feel like I'm getting trolled right now.
Dude, in like in 10 seconds you're gonna cough and be like, wait, that wasn't actually not bad.
I'm being trolled right now, right?
There's no way. That's so weird. Okay, hey, that was easy. Okay, we'll do last thing. Oh, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Maybe I didn't put enough on.
How are you?
I actually feel decent. Am I red? Am I like I'm just like
Your eyes are Yeah, they're
they don't feel watering.
they're glassy.
I'm excited I got
They're
a new
glassy.
hat.
They're glossy.
Don't drive home.
No, I can't. I got them dilated.
So did you ever get to the bottom of what the jail time actually is for
No,
defecating on the side?
because I decided to stop thinking about it and just drive home real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guys,
Leave it.
if you remember what it is, fine, let
Dude,
me
I'll
know.
look it up and text you. Yeah.
I think
Um,
I think that you're messing with me on that last one.
About it being 725. No, it literally is. That's the hottest one.
725,000.
Yeah, 725,000. That one has been horrific. I don't know why it's not that spicy.
I don't trust any of you.
No, it literally is. Dude, I'll Google it. Okay, last thing for creatives watching, for creatives in the room, what one piece of
Are there
advice would you
some?
give them? There's a couple. There's a couple. I know they don't look like it, but it was a joke. Simmer down.
So, what is one piece of advice I'd give the creatives in the room or those watching?
Or watching. Don't eat hot sauce. Just kidding. It's so good.
Never do Spice Boys. No, I would say that. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I started to breathe when I was mid-drink, so
I must have turned the corner or something. I feel totally trolled.
No, wait. Are you dying right now? Or do you feel fine?
I feel better than the first.
I know. I don't know what happened. I think somebody replaced it with milk or something like that. I can't. I feel fine. I genuinely feel
don't
good.
Trust you.
Nope.
I don't trust you.
Golden, dude.
Yeah. So
One piece of advice.
one piece of advice. Well, it's kind of twofold. First one is be confident in your creativity,
Huge.
and know that just because it's not their idea doesn't mean it's a bad idea, and that if you're having that thought, then it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
But also be able to take criticism.
Huge.
There's nothing more frustrating than for me than to have somebody on my team that you go, that just didn't, it was off base, or didn't do it right, and them going, it was better than you know, whatever that is. They stick out their bottom lip or whatever it is, but to have that, flick it. Just to be able
every
to,
time somebody pouches, just flick their bottom lip. Yeah, put the thing away.
or pinch it.
Yeah, gotcha.
I got one more after this.
No, go for it.
That your idea isn't the end all be all.
Huge.
Unless it's your company, then it's the end all be all.
Yeah.
But you'll know that if it's a good idea or not based on how long your company lasts.
Yeah.
And so be malleable, be able to be formed into something cool, while still holding strong to your creativity.
Yeah.
But also, like, don't go down with the sinking ship either.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes time to like change, you have to be able to change. Yeah.
And I think there has to be a level of maturity too, where at one point we accept it's never going to be good enough. I feel like it's one of the conversations I used to have with Joe all the time. Is I would always say to him, like, we'd finish an event, a party, and he'd be like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "Eh." And he'd be like, "It was great." And I'd be like, "No, it wasn't."
Yeah.
And like we had to have that talk of like, there has to just come a point where you understand it's never been as good as I wanted. And you and you have to at some point move on, because there's a mix. There's people who are like, you're just never satisfied, but there's also people who like stay until it's literally perfect, which will never happen, right? So there has to be a level of okay with imperfection, I think, at some point.
I always have this saying that it's probably getting redundant around our department, but I always say don't turn it back into butter. So when you're making whipped cream, you have your heavy cream and you have your sugar and you whip it.
Yeah.
There's a certain time where you have to take that whisk out of the bowl, and you know that it's whipped cream. If you keep whipping it, it turns right back into butter, and it just gets creamy and globby like butter. And so you can fine tune something so much that it's worse than where you started. So
Interesting.
Know
That's
when to take your whisk out.
That's wow. That's really good. That was fantastic. So how do you find that place then? At what point?
Repetition.
Repetition.
Yep. Nothing in life's easy. And so in order to get good at it, you have to do it a lot.
Yeah.
And so repetition, repetition, repetition.
Huge.
That word was kind of redundant saying it 3 times, but it was repetition.
You're repeating it. No,
was
you're
repetition.
practice, right?
It was actually repetition.
Heck yeah. You said did you have one more?
Yeah, but I can't remember.
Oh, I shouldn't have asked the question. Well, how are you feeling so far?
I feel golden. I'm ready to we're around 2.
I'm always nervous once I stand up. What's going to happen? Dude, it's like the gravity will take all of the hot sauce at one time. And
Yeah, I'm ready for more. You want to go more?
I'll do another one. I said we load one up with that spicy one. I think we just didn't get the spice of it. I'm not going to lie.
Shake it and then try again.
We're out of wings.
Yeah, we can't. There's enough on there. There's enough skin on yours.
Yeah, probably.
Wait,
I don't know how
why
to
did
eat
you-
it, dude.
Why did I go breaded and you didn't?
Because I didn't want those.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much. I forgot to take your order. I'm so sorry.
no, that's what I would have picked.
This has been a Spice Boys. This has been good. This has been nice. Creative conversations.
Thank you.
And I'm very nervous to stand up. I'm not going to lie. Now that I'm thinking about it a little
Let's
bit
try
more. Not on camera, no.
No, let's do it on camera.
No, I can't.
Let's stand up.
There's security
bend over,
footage.
touch it.
We could dub it in. No, if I bet, no. Okay, so we're moving. Yeah, we're not going to. This is on a church channel. Okay.